Welcome to the nightclub. It's your boy BK99. Oh goodness, y'all have corrupted me. Okay, we're going to go over the Chapter 7 practice mid-test today. That's a mouthful. All right. Find the degree of the monomial. What's the degree mean? Exponent. Okay? Exponent. So, if there is no variable, it has an exponent of 0. Okay? If there are two variables, what do you do with the exponents? Add them together. So that makes 12. 5 plus 7 is 12. What about number 3? Would just be 2. Number 4, 3 and 9 make 12 again. Any questions on those before I move it up? There's one more like that. Wouldn't it be nice if the whole test was like that? But it's not. 5, you have 4, 3, and then there's a 1 that is understood to be on that R. So that adds up to be 8. Any questions on 1 through 5? Everybody's good? Yes? Good, James? Okay. All right. 6, 7, 8, and 9. We are finding the sum, which means we are adding. Okay? Adding like terms. So we have a negative 2y plus a negative y. That will be negative 3y. We have a negative 8 and a negative 4 make negative, forgot to put my y, make negative 12. Done. Okay? 7. Again, I always start with the biggest degree, so that would be negative 5g to the third, and negative g to the third make negative 6g to the third. Then you go to your squares, so negative 2g squared and negative 9g squared make negative 11g squared. And then the only other thing that's left is what? Plus 8. Thank you. Y'all were scaring me there for a second. All right. Number 8. Again, what's my highest degree? What's my highest degree on number 8? What's my highest degree on number 8? 2. So we have negative p squared, negative 8p squared.
Plus p squared.
Positive p squared.
Negative 7.
Negative 7p squared. Okay? Everybody good there? The next one would be p. Negative 3p. Negative 8p makes negative 11p. And then we got negative 14 and negative 9 make negative 23. Everybody good on 8? All right, last one. 7c squared minus 3c squared. What would that be?
4 squared.
4c squared. We have a 8d squared and a negative 3d squared.
Hey, touch it. I found this. 2, not a z.
That's 5d squared. And then last but not least, what's left? Negative cd. And you could put that in the middle if you wanted to. It would not matter. Okay? Any questions on those 4, 6, 7, 8, and 9? Pretty easy. Everybody got it right? I did it?
I think it's
John, you good? I know you missed. Everybody good? All right. The next 4. We're not adding. We're what? Subtracting. But Coach Knight likes adding. So what do? I add. I change the negative to a what?
positive.
And then change all the signs behind it. Okay? And then I work it. Just like I just did. Because I didn't think that adding was so hard. Right? So change your negative. Change all the signs behind it in the parentheses. So we're going to have 2d squared,
Plus nothing.
and there's no other d squared, so you just leave it as 2d squared. Negative 2d and negative 5d is negative 7d. And then negative 6 and plus 4 is negative 2. Okay?
I don't think we got it. I think just put in all 100s, we'll be good to go.
So you gotta put grades.
Just 100.
Like some people are not naming names. They just put their head down and don't even listen. Sad.
What about it?
Negative. Change it to a plus. Negative, negative, negative. And then we add them up. So 4x squared, negative 2x squared would be 2x squared.
What do you think?
Then we have negative 9x and negative 6x. That makes negative 15x. And then we got 9 minus 3 is 6. Okay? Any questions on 11? I guess I need to be checking to make sure I'm getting it right. Hey, yeah, we did. Everybody good? 12. Change it to a plus. Change that one to a plus, minus, minus. And I add them up. So 3t to the fourth. Are there any other t to the fourth? No. So just 3t to the fourth. The next biggest one is negative 5t squared and positive t squared. So what's negative 5t squared plus t squared? Negative 4t squared. Then we got 6t, negative 3t would be plus 3t. And finally, minus 4 is left over. Okay? Last but not least, change it to a plus, minus, plus, minus. Add them up. We have a negative 4s squared and a negative 2s squared. What would that make? Negative 6s squared. We have a positive st and a positive 3st would make positive 4st. Okay. 1st plus 3sts is 4sts. And then last but not least, negative 3t squared and negative 6t squared makes negative 9t squared. Any questions on those four? Everybody good?
Yeah.
Everybody good?
Yeah.
All right. We've added them, we subtracted them. Now we're going to multiply. Now, do I care how you do it? I do not care. So just like on the review, I'm going to go over the different ways you can do it. Okay? You can just do regular FOIL. All right? That's where you do the first term times the first term is what? M squared. The outside term times the outside term would be negative 9m. The two inside terms times each other is 3m. And the last term times the last term is negative 27. Can you leave it like that? If there's no other like terms, yes, but since we do have like terms, you need to combine your like terms. So that's going to be m squared minus 6m minus 27. Okay? Thumbs up for everybody? I heard a teacher once, he said, like, you got that, say, I got that. See, one person got it. Good.
I got that.
15! We are, I'm going to do this one using the
She looks so unhappy.
table. Okay? the little box.
How'd you manage to get her hair tangled in that home?
So we got 9 plus 5s and negative 2 plus s. And you fill out the box. What's negative 9 times, or excuse me, what's negative 2 times 9? Everybody says negative 18. Good job, class. We'll be in it. All right. 5s times negative 2.
5s squared.
Nope. 5s times negative 2. Negative 10s. 9 times s
Hang on, which one?
is 9s, and negative, or 5s times s is 5s squared.
What else say, Coach?
You didn't answer what I said. I said, what is negative 2 times 5s? And you were giving me that one.
I was looking at it.
Okay?
I was close.
All right. What do you do with them in the box once you got them in there?
Come on.
Combine your like terms. So we got 5s squared. Negative 10s plus 9s is negative s minus 18. Everybody good on 15? Yes? All right. 16, what was the third way of doing it? How can you write them? Vertically, right?
Yeah.
2c plus 4 times 3c plus 6. And you do it just like you did back in the day. 4, huh?
24.
24.
Hey, at least I'm the only one trying.
2c times 6 is what?
We're all just too tight.
12C.
12c. Okay. Very important. What do I put under that 24?
0.
A 0 to hold the spot. 3c times 4 is also 12c. And then 2c times 3c is 6c squared. And we add it up. So that will be, I'm going to come over here for my answer. 6c squared plus 24c plus 24. Okay?
Got it.
And again, you can do mix and match the ways you're doing it. You can do them all the same way. It does not matter to me. Pick which way you like the best. Okay? If you want to.
High pitch noise is really good annoying.
Any questions on 14, 15, and 16? Everybody's good? All right, on the back. I'll do one more each way. Okay? So 17, this isn't technically foiling, okay? But I'm going to do it, I'm just going to distribute everything, okay? So I'm going to say negative 3 times n squared would be negative 3n squared. Negative 3n times negative 5n is positive 15, just n, no n squared, okay? And then negative 3 times 7 is negative 21. And then I do everything again, but I do it with the n this time. N times n squared is n to the third. N times negative 5n is negative 5n squared. And n times 7 is positive 7n.
Shouldn't you
Now we need to what? Combine your like terms. So what am I going to write first? N cubed right there. So n cubed. I have a negative 3n squared and a negative 5n squared. What does that make? Negative 8n squared. I have a 15n plus 7n. That's 22n. And then last but not least, minus 21.
Should you never have to combine 3?
Not necessarily. It just depends.
Like,
There's usually the ones on the ends you're not gonna combine. Now this one, it was one in the middle, the 2 in the middle, but that was just basically because of how it was written. Okay, so.
But you should never have like a negative 3n squared, and then like a negative 5n squared, and then like another.
It's possible. It's possible. I don't want to say never, but it is possible. Okay. 18, I'm going to do it with the box. Okay. Now 18 is a little different because it's a binomial times a trinomial. So notice I made my boxes a little bigger, right? This one's going to be x minus 4, and we'll have x squared minus x plus 7. And again, you just fill out your boxes. X times x squared is x cubed. X times negative x squared. X and 7 make 7x. And then you do everything again with the negative 4. So negative 4x squared, positive 4x, and negative 28. And then add your like terms. So we got x to the third. We have negative x squared and negative 4x squared make negative 5x squared. 7x plus 4x is 11x minus 28. Make sure I look at the answer. It is correct. Okay. Any questions? Everybody's good? Yes? Everybody good? Yes. Okay. Yeah. 19. 19 is the ones that start where I could use the shortcut if I chose to. Okay. Do you have to use the shortcut? Everybody in unison should say what? No, you do not. I'm not making you. It's just you can if you want to. Okay. So 19. It's b plus 4 squared. So if you want to do b plus 4 times b plus 4, do it. Okay, that's 16 and 4b. Okay, hold your spot. So plus 4b again and plus b squared. And then add them up. B squared plus 8b plus 16. That works. Or, what is the shortcut? The shortcut is to square the first term, which would be what? B squared. Square the second term, which is 16. And then you combine the two in the middle and multiply them by what? 2. What is 2 times 4b? 8b. The same answer we get doing it the long way. Okay? It's totally up to you what you want to do. Everybody with me? Okay. 20. I'll put it right here next to it. Negative 5f plus 12 squared. So negative 5f plus 12 again. All right. I'll do this one full then. But could I do it the shortcut? Yes. It's just a matter if you want to or not. Okay. Negative 5f and negative 5f make positive 25f squared. Negative 5f times 12 is negative 60f. 12 times negative 5f again is negative 60f. And 12 times 12 is 144. And if you're not sure about all those, you just put them in your calculator, okay? 5 times 12 is one of those that you don't use a lot. Simplify your answer, 25f squared minus 120f plus 144. Questions on 20? Everybody good? Are we sure?
Got it.
Okay. 21. I am going to use the shortcut on these just because it's so much quicker. Okay? Does anybody remember what these are called? Starts with a C. You remember? Ends with an conjugate.
Conjugate.
Conjugate. Okay? So, they're exactly the same, just one
Is a negative.
sign difference. Okay? When that's the case, do I have to multiply all of them out? No. Which two do I just?
First and the last.
First and the last. So what's b times b?
B squared.
B squared. 12 times negative 12 is negative 144. Now, if you multiplied it all out, the 2 in the middle would cancel. Every time. Ethan, wake up. Okay? Here, same thing. 4x times 4x is 16x squared. Negative 8y times positive 8y is negative 64y squared. And that's all you have to do. You do not have to do the middle term. Any questions on those two? Everybody good? Short summary. Ready for the last, what is it, last 8? Okay. What are we doing here? What's the direction say?
Solve the equation.
Solve the equation.
Yeah.
So all of these need to be equal to 0. Most of them already are. And once they're equal to 0, we take the factors and just set them equal to 0. Each factor equal to 0. Okay? So like here, they've already factored it for us. All we have to do is figure out, set that one equal to 0 and set that one equal to 0. Okay? So what's that first t going to equal there? 0. What about the second one? Positive 2. It's always opposite.
Negative would be positive, and positive would be negative.
Of what you think it is. Okay? Because if I plugged in 2, that would make it be 0. Everybody understanding that?
If they're multiplying, like how they are, it's 0.
5 times what is 0? 0. So that t is 0.
Well, other than
Okay? 24, what would my two answers be?
plus 4.
Positive 4
4, and that's equal to 1.
and positive 1. Everybody with me?
Yes.
Okay? 25, I'm going to have to do a little work on this one. Negative 5 plus 2d equals 0. Add 5 over. Add 5 over. 2d equals 5 divided by 2. That would be 2.5. This one's easy though. What's that one got to be? D equals 3. Okay? You only have to show work on the ones you need to show work on. That would be considered one I would consider you need to show work on. Everybody good on 23, 24, and 25? You got those, Layton?
Sir.
Okay. Good, Wyatt? Good, Sarah? John, you good back there? All right.
No.
26.
Z equals
There are how many factors?
3.
3. So how many answers am I going to get?
3.
3. So this first z would have to equal 0.
3.
This one equals what?
3.
3.
And the next should equal 0.
And then the last one we're going to have to do a little work on. Negative 5z plus 4 equals 0. So we'll subtract the 4 over and then divide by what? Negative 5. And you can write the fraction or you can write the decimal. And I will take either answer as being correct. Ugh.
That's pretty good, right?
Okay? I'll take either answer. Just make sure you include it with 0 and 3. Everybody good on 26?
Put it up equal.
27 is the exact same, just different
27, correct. Again, I'm going to have a little work to show. Add 6 over that. So P does equal 3 for that one. This is the same exact thing, but the signs are different. So P is going to be -3. If you don't trust it, just again, please write it out. Okay, subtract 6 from both sides. 2P equals -6. Divide by 2, you get -3. But this last one, do I need to show any work for that one? P plus 8 equals 0. What's 8 got to, or what's P got to be? -8. P equals -8. There are your 3 answers. 1, 2, and 3. Okay? Any questions on those two? A little harder. Not much there. Everybody good?
Do we have a game this week? Football. Tonight, Thursday night, Friday night.
Everybody good on those two? 27 and 20. Oh no, 26 and 27. Everybody got them? How are you turning this in? Okay. Last 3. The last 3 are special because they are not what? What were the rest of them? What was 23, 24, 25, 26, 27? They were already what? Starts with an F. They were already factored. The last 3 are not factored. So guess who gets to factor them? You do. Okay? So, what would be the greatest common factor for 28? What do they all have in common? 3 and 4.
12.
Are there any common factors in 3 and 4? There's not. 12 is a common multiple, not a common factor. Okay? So there are no common factors between 3 and 4. What about m squared and m? Just m. So I'm going to factor m out. And when I factor it out, I come over here and I divide by m. I get 3m minus 4. And so I have this equal to 0 and 3m minus 4 equals 0. So 1m is what? 0. And then the other one I'm going to do just a little quick work drill here. Add 4, add 4. Divide by 3. Again, you can leave it as the fraction, which is probably what I would do. Or you can put the decimal, which is like 1.3 repeating. Okay? 29. Before I factor it, what do I need it to equal? 0. So, I'm going to subtract 24n from both sides. 7n squared minus 24n equals 0. Okay? And now factor it. 7 and 24. Do they have a common factor? Is there any number that will go into 7 and will also go into 24 evenly? There is not. Okay? 7 is a prime number. So the only hope you would have is if 7 went into 24. Does 7 go into 24 evenly? It does not. But what do they both have that I can take out? N. So I'm going to take n out. I'll have 7n minus 24 left when I divide by my n. Everybody see that, okay? Remember, all factoring is basically undoing the distributive problem, okay? So n equals 0, and then we're going to have 7n minus 24 equals 0. Add 24 to both sides. 7n equals 24, and divide by 7. And again, I would definitely leave it as a fraction. Why won't it not? There we go. So I'm just going to leave it as n equals 24 over 7 and 0. Okay? Last but not least, number 30. Is it equal to 0? Everybody should say what? Is 30 equal to 0? Huh?
No.
No, it is not. It's equal to b squared. So I'm going to subtract my b squared over. I have 2b squared minus 14b now equals 0. 2 and 14. What's my common factor? 2. B squared and b. What's my common factor? B. So we divide them both by the common factor, 2b. Those cancel. That will leave me with b minus 7. And so these are fairly simple. The first one, b's got to equal what? 0. And the second one, b has to equal 7. Okay? I can tell. We'll see how thrilled you are tomorrow when you take your test. Any questions on the whole thing? Okay? All right. Hope this helps. See you next time. As always, stay above the line.